In the vast expanse of ancient Egyptian history, one story stands out in particular. Of all the stories of wealth, power, religion, and politics, none compare to the ending of the 18th dynasty. In the most dramatic and climactic event in all of ancient Egyptian history, the 18th dynasty, or Jehuti-Mose dynasty, ended with a religious war between two prominent priesthoods. The end of this religious war resulted in the first of three Abrahamic monocultural societies. This religious war that happened in ancient Egypt is known as the Adon Revolution. We begin our history with Pharaoh Hatshepsut. Hatshepsut, one of ancient Egypt's most remarkable leaders, ascended to the throne around 1478 BCE, breaking the traditional gender roles of the time. Born into the 18th dynasty, she initially served as the queen consort to Thutmose II. However, her husband's premature death left their young son, Thutmose III, as the heir to the throne. Seizing a unique opportunity, Hatshepsut assumed the role of regent for her stepson, later declaring herself pharaoh, a highly unconventional move for a woman in ancient Egypt. Her reign was characterized by a focus on trade, expeditions to Punt, and architectural marvels like the Temple of Deir el-Bahari. To legitimize her rule, Hatshepsut skillfully employed propaganda, emphasizing her divine birth and connection to the god Amun. She claimed Amun had impregnated her mother, Amose, in the form of her father, Thutmose I. This divine narrative helped her consolidate power, presenting her as the rightful ruler chosen by the gods. Hatshepsut maintained a complex relationship with the Amun priesthood, a powerful and influential religious institution. Recognizing their authority, she strategically aligned herself with the priesthood to gain their support. The Temple of Karnak, a significant religious complex, saw extensive construction and renovation during her reign, reinforcing her commitment to the worship of Amun. By securing the priesthood's approval and actively participating in religious rituals, Hatshepsut strengthened her political standing and maintained stability throughout her reign. Despite the unconventional circumstances of her rule, Hatshepsut's legacy endured through her accomplishments in trade, diplomacy, and architecture, demonstrating her ability to navigate the complexities of ancient Egyptian society while leaving an indelible mark on its history. The transition from the unconventional reign of Hatshepsut to the assertive era of Thutmose III marked a significant chapter in ancient Egyptian history. Hatshepsut's unexpected rise to power challenged traditional norms, and her stepson, Thutmose III, emerged as a potent force in shaping the destiny of Egypt. As the son of Thutmose II and Isis, Thutmose III inherited a legacy overshadowed by his stepmother's unique rule. Upon Hatshepsut's death, Thutmose III ascended to the throne, initially sharing power with his stepmother's loyalists. However, Thutmose III was not content to be a mere puppet ruler. In a series of calculated moves, he swiftly consolidated his authority, relegating Hatshepsut's influence and embarking on a remarkable military career that would earn him the moniker Napoleon of Egypt. Thutmose III's military campaigns were nothing short of extraordinary, demonstrating both tactical brilliance and strategic foresight. His ambitions extended beyond the borders of Egypt, and he sought to expand the empire inherited from his predecessors. The Levant, with its city-states and strategic significance, became a focal point of Thutmose III's conquests. The documentary-worthy narrative of Thutmose III's military exploits unfolds as he campaigns in the Levant, employing innovative strategies that would influence future military leaders. His famed crossing of the narrow paths through the rugged terrain of Megiddo showcased his military genius. The Battle of Megiddo, fought around 1457 BCE, became an iconic clash, and Thutmose III's tactical brilliance earned him a place in history. The Levant city-states, with their well-fortified walls and strategic locations, fell under Egyptian control. Thutmose III's campaigns reshaped the geopolitical landscape, securing Egypt's dominance over vital trade routes and garnering immense wealth for the empire. The military conquests of Thutmose III not only expanded the Egyptian empire, but also established him as a formidable and revered leader. Central to the success of Thutmose III's reign was the role played by the Amun priesthood. The powerful priesthood, centered in Thebes, wielded significant influence over religious and political affairs. Thutmose III recognized the importance of aligning himself with the priesthood to legitimize his rule and maintain stability. He undertook extensive building projects, including the construction of temples, to honor Amun and demonstrate his commitment to the divine order. While Thutmose III's rule was marked by military conquests and strategic expansion, the Amun priesthood played a crucial role in sustaining the religious and spiritual fabric of the empire. The temples erected during this period, such as the Grand Karnak Temple, not only served as centers of worship, but also as symbols of the pharaoh's divine mandate. In conclusion, the transition from Hatshepsut to Thutmose III marked a dynamic shift in ancient Egypt, from the unconventional rule of a female pharaoh to the military prowess of a determined male leader. Thutmose III's conquests in the Levant earned him a place among history's great military strategists, and his collaboration with the Amun priesthood solidified his rule. The legacy of Thutmose III as the Napoleon of Egypt and the continued influence of the Amun priesthood underscore the intricate interplay of military, political, and religious forces during this transformative period in ancient Egyptian history. Pharaoh Thutmose IV, who ascended to the throne around 1400 BCE, left an indelible mark on ancient Egypt through his complex relationships with the priests of Heliopolis and the Giza Plateau. The Dream Stele, a monumental inscription erected between the paws of the Great Sphinx at Giza, serves as a pivotal artifact in understanding Thutmose IV's religious and political maneuvering. Thutmose IV inherited a realm still resonating with the military triumphs of his predecessors. However, his reign is notable for its emphasis on religious reconciliation and a departure from the predominant Theban theology centered around the deity Amun. Thutmose IV sought to forge alliances with other powerful religious centers, particularly those associated with Heliopolis. The priests of Heliopolis were guardians of ancient Egyptian cosmogony and revered the sun god Ra. Thutmose IV recognized the significance of aligning with these influential priests, and the Dream Stele stands as a testament to this strategic alliance. In the inscription, the pharaoh recounts a dream in which the Sphinx, an emblem of the sun god Ra-Horakhti, promises him the throne if he clears the sand surrounding the monument. The Dream Stele serves as a declaration of divine endorsement, legitimizing Thutmose IV's rule and reinforcing his connection with the Heliopolitan theology. The stele not only strengthened Thutmose IV's ties with Heliopolis, but also marked a shift in dynastic legitimacy. The Dream Stele explicitly appoints the sons of Jehuti, Thutmose IV, as the son of Atum, hearkening back to the creation myth of Heliopolis. This theological move distances the ruling dynasty from the Amun-centered theology of Thebes and aligns them with the cosmogonic beliefs of Heliopolis, emphasizing the divine origin of the pharaohs as descendants of the primordial god Atum. The Dream Stele becomes a monument of profound significance, symbolizing a departure from the theological legacy of Thebes and embracing a new religious narrative. By embracing the title Son of Atum, Thutmose IV associates his lineage with the cosmogonic principles of creation, affirming a divine mandate independent of the Amun-centric theology dominant in Thebes. In addition to shifting religious allegiances, Thutmose IV's reign witnessed a change in the symbolic mascots associated with the pharaohs. The Dream Stele, in aligning with Heliopolitan theology, moves away from the traditional mascot of Amun to embrace a new emblem, often referred to as adon. This change signifies not only a shift in religious patronage, but also a redefinition of the divine symbols linked to the pharaoh's authority. In conclusion, Pharaoh Thutmose IV's reign was marked by a delicate dance between religious centers, particularly his strategic alignment with the priests of Heliopolis. The Dream Stele, with its divine endorsement and theological shift, solidified the pharaoh's legitimacy and emphasized a departure from the Amun-centered theology of Thebes. The appointment of the sons of Jehuti as the son of Atum and the adoption of a new mascot symbolize a nuanced and calculated religious realignment during a transformative period in ancient Egyptian history. Amenhotep III's ascension to power following the relatively short reign of Thutmose IV marked a pivotal period in ancient Egypt. Known for his adept leadership and focus on religious and diplomatic endeavors, Amenhotep III ushered in an era characterized by stability and prosperity. His reign was marked by a flourishing religious economy in Thebes, where he undertook extensive temple construction and restoration projects dedicated to the worship of the god Amun. Amenhotep III strategically strengthened alliances with various city-states in the Levant under the Jehuti dynasty, including the significant city of Jerusalem. This diplomatic engagement facilitated trade and cultural exchange, contributing to the economic prosperity of Egypt during his rule. The king's ability to maintain peaceful relations with neighboring states helped ensure stability and allowed him to concentrate on internal development projects. One notable aspect of Amenhotep III's reign was the increased prominence of the adon symbol, reflecting his commitment to religious innovation. The adon symbol became a powerful icon under Amenhotep III's rule, symbolizing the king's close connection with the divine and reinforcing the religious underpinnings of his reign. Turning attention to Queen Tiye, Amenhotep III's wife, her lineage added an intriguing dimension to the royal family. Tiye's parents, Yuya and Chuyu, were of foreign origin, possibly having roots in Mitanni or the broader Near East. This foreign ancestry was a departure from the norm, and it indeed stirred controversy given the recent memory of the Hyksos expulsion. The Hyksos, a foreign ruling group, had been expelled from Egypt, and any foreign connections could be viewed with suspicion. Tiye's foreign origins, however, did not diminish her influence. Instead, she became a powerful and influential queen. Her marriage to Amenhotep III reinforced diplomatic ties with foreign regions and showcased the king's willingness to embrace diverse backgrounds within the royal family. This choice contributed to the cosmopolitan nature of the Egyptian court during this period. In essence, Amenhotep III's reign was characterized by a delicate balance between domestic stability and international engagement. His strategic alliances, religious initiatives, and the inclusion of a queen with foreign origins shaped an era of cultural richness and political equilibrium in ancient Egypt, leaving a lasting legacy of a pharaoh who navigated both the internal and external challenges with vision. Amenhotep IV, later known as Akhenaton, ascended to the throne in Thebes, the revered city of Amun, marking a pivotal era in ancient Egyptian history. His reign, which began around 1353 BCE, witnessed a dramatic shift in religious and political paradigms. Amenhotep IV initially embraced the traditional worship of Amun, but over time he grew resentful of the influential Amun priesthood, whose power and wealth often rivaled that of the pharaoh. Driven by a profound theological transformation, Amenhotep IV turned away from the Amun cult and favored the Heliopolitan priesthood and theology, particularly the veneration of the sun god Re-Horakti. This preference was epitomized in the Dream Stele, a monumental inscription erected by Akhenaton's grandfather, Thutmose IV, which celebrated a divine vision emphasizing the solar deity's significance. In a radical departure, Amenhotep IV altered his name to Akhenaton, meaning effective for the adon, signifying his devotion to the solar disk. Simultaneously, he relocated the capital from Thebes to a newly established city, Akhetaton, modern-day Amarna, dedicated to the exclusive worship of the Aten. This monumental shift, known as the Amarna period, not only transformed Egypt's religious landscape, but also had profound implications for its political and cultural spheres. Akhenaton's rejection of Amun and promotion of Re-Horakti theology had enduring consequences, influencing art, architecture, and societal norms during this extraordinary chapter in Egyptian history. The radical changes introduced by Akhenaton were, however, met with resistance and were later reversed after his death, emphasizing the complex interplay between religious fervor and political stability in ancient Egypt. The remnants of the Adon revolution relocated to the vassal city-states of the Levant, forming Jewish culture under the Adon or Adonai. This theology gave us Judeo-Christian culture and later Islam, All three Abrahamic faiths lean on the Moses lore to explain God authority.